Hi everyone, I'm here today to share with you a project that I finished about 2 weeks ago, and this is called my Indiana Jones traveling trunk. So it's supposed to mimic those traveling trunks you see in the movies from the 1800s, and this one sports little feet. It was an inspiration that I got from visiting an Aaron Brothers store, and they had a traveling trunk about this size, and when you open it, it had a clock inside, a functional clock. So I liked that so much that I went home and I decided to make my own. So I collected all my chipboard, and I just put it all together with a paper line from DCW. This is the one with the lettering on it, with the steampunk version. And I just placed it all together, and as you can see here, it's showing the traveling theme. The paper here is like a map on the background, and then I decided to place a functionable compass here, so it does work, as you can see. And I placed little bling around here from the recollection blings that you get at Michael's, and those chipboard bird embellishment from Recollections too. So this measures 4 by 5 inches, and the feet here is out of chipboard, and I paint it with Distress Inks Vintage Photo. And I turn around. I use a lot of the tissue tape from Tim Holtz and painted it with Distress Inks, and then afterwards I Mod Podge it so it's kind of glossy, as you can see right there. Trying to give it a vintage look. So here, as you can see, there's a lot of like this traveling stamps that they put on the traveling trunks, and then I put the word travel here in the back and on the top, and then here on the side I used this hook so it can hold it together. And this is a hook you would see attached to when you buy socks, you know, and they hang them on the display at the store. So I just recycled and then used it as a hook. So I'll open it here, open the traveling trunk, and it has 2 doors here, one here and one here. And this one has a cameo that I made out of the Maya Road cameos chipboard, and I embossed it, so it came out really nice. And I have a hand here and a key, and all this came from a Cricut cartridge. It has a little doorknob here, and when you open it, you'll see Indiana Jones. So you'll see right back here is an image of a man looking through a telescope. That image, I cut it out from a paper bag of a store here that's quite common here in California. It's called Trader's Joe. So I always get the paper bag. So to recycle, I cut the image from the paper bag and use that as my inspiration piece here for the Indiana Jones scene. I use some Carla bling here and ruffle trim, and as you can see, he's looking behind a jungle there, and I use a lot of plastic foliage, and I used a mold that I have to make this ancient ruin here. And then I put a plastic bird and a brass dragonfly that I got from Lindsay Stamking. And then I have several molds of skulls, so you see they're all painted in gold paint. And I have a snake, a little rubber snake, to add in the look of a jungle. And I glittered the floor there, so it looks like it's a lost treasure almost being found. And he's looking for a treasure, and on the door, here's the treasure. So, and it's surrounded by coins. The map continues, and you'll see some birds I stamped there, cut out some clouds out of felt, and I used shrink plastic to make this moon face here. So that's the first part of my Indiana Jones trunk. Alright, now on the next one, here shows home. So this is this home right here, and I have a letter written in the back and inside in this little plastic envelope. Well, I can't open it right now, but let's see, there's a little map inside and a heart. So the heart is where the home is, and also traveling. It's kind of symbolic. So then you open this door and then you'll see all the findings in his collection of all his travels. So I'm going to zoom up here so you can see what's on the first shelf. And I hope that the camera focuses. Let me see if I could put some lighting here. Maybe that will help. Okay. So you see a playing card. There's a working thermometer in the background. That thermometer actually measures temperature. And a little itty bitty play dice, so you can see how small it is compared to my finger there. And a little Tutankhamun bust, and a turquoise skull, and a wooden chip piece of a butterfly. And then there you'll see a little bottle of glitter, and it has a maple charm hanging off of it, and a mask in the background there. On the second shelf I have one of those curiosity dolls, and it's standing on a lace, and I have an itty bitty Christmas tree. And then on the back there you'll see the word "a special note," it says, on a bottle cap that's really tiny. And then you'll see a lady inside of a plastic see-through house, and there's a man inside a itty bitty, look like a phone booth. And in the back you'll see a piece of a chipboard that's the shape of a house, and it says "A Love Story." And there's a key stamped on that little chipboard piece, and the key is just right there next to the house. The little lady in there is one of those miniature figures that you get for train sets. So I buy them and I use them a lot in my art piece of my artwork. And then on the last shelf here we have a working compass. So this compass actually works. I glued a bead on the roof of this little third shelf to represent a chandelier. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see it or not, you'll see a little angel. There it is. And then there's a number 4. And then you'll see a little angel encrusted inside of some glitter, and it's supposed to look like quartz, but it's UT with glitter, and I put it, and I just encast the little angel inside there. So it's really cool. And then I had this little itty bitty tiny shrine, and it's made out of wood, and I painted with Lumiere paints, and I put some Swarovski crystals around it, and you can see a little itty bitty man standing inside the little shrine. And then last but not least, Indiana Jones' passport is on the shelf. So that's the collection of his findings of his travels. Now let's focus now. And then on the door here has the word "smile," and then it says "look." I have a rub on binoculars and the word "smile" here. So you can close the door and hide what's inside. Close all this together and lock it up. So there you go. That's my traveling trunk of Indiana Jones. And I had a lot of fun making this, and it's really cute. And this will make a beautiful gift, just to give you some ideas what you could do. So I hope you like it. Leave some comments, and I like to hear your feedback. And thanks for watching. Bye.